Have you ever felt like you were born on the wrong side of the tracks, like the world was set up for you to fail? Well, let me tell you a story about a girl named Alara. She grew up in a place where dreams were considered a luxury, a small, forgotten town where the dust of abandoned factories settled on everything. Her family wasn't just poor, they were trapped in a cycle of just getting by that had lasted for generations. Every day was the same, waking up before the sun, helping her tired mother, and watching her father come home with less money and more worries. School was her only escape, a tiny window to a world she could only read about in books. But even there, she was an outcast. Her clothes were patched, her shoes were worn, and her lunch was whatever little they could spare. The other kids, with their bright new things and carefree laughter, made her feel invisible. She'd hear them whisper about their family vacations and future plans, things she couldn't even imagine. It was easy to feel bitter, to feel like the universe had dealt her an unfair hand. For a while, she let that bitterness consume her. She believed what everyone seemed to think, that she was just another girl from the dusty side of town, destined for nothing more. One afternoon, sitting in the dusty old library, she stumbled upon a book. It wasn't a fairy tale with a Prince Charming. It was a biography of a woman who had come from an even tougher background than hers and had built an incredible life. A single line in that book struck her like lightning. You cannot change the cards you are dealt, but you can decide how to play the hand. That night, something shifted inside Alara. She looked at her reflection and didn't see a poor girl. She saw a girl with two hands, a sharp mind, and a flicker of a new, stubborn hope. She decided she was done waiting for a miracle. She was going to become her own. Her journey started small. She decided to stop focusing on what she didn't have and start using what she did. She had her mind. So she devoured every book in that library, not just for school, but for life. She learned about finances, history, science, and art. She started a small notebook, her book of possibilities, where she wrote down skills she wanted to learn, not just big dreams. The first entry? Learn to speak more confidently. She practiced by reading aloud to the stray cats in her neighborhood, her voice growing stronger each day. She taught herself how to code from old library computers. She started a tiny garden in her backyard, selling the vegetables to neighbors for a little extra money. It wasn't much, but it was hers. The change wasn't just on the outside. The biggest transformation was happening within. She stopped comparing herself to others and started competing with who she was yesterday. Every small win, whether it was solving a complex math problem or selling a basket of tomatoes, built her confidence brick by brick. People in her town started to notice. They didn't see a poor girl anymore. They saw a determined young woman. The whispers didn't sting like they used to, because she was too busy building her own world to listen. Her grades skyrocketed, not because she was suddenly a genius, but because she was fueled by a purpose. Alara eventually earned a scholarship to a university far from her dusty town. The day she left, her parents, with tears in their eyes, handed her a small envelope with all the money they had saved. It wasn't the money that mattered, it was the look of pride on their faces. College was a new world, filled with challenges she'd never imagined. But she was no longer the girl who felt invisible. She was Alara, the girl who had built herself from the ground up. She knew her worth wasn't tied to her background but to her resilience and her relentless pursuit of growth. So, what's the point of Alara's story? It's that your circumstances don't define your destiny. Your past doesn't have to be your prison, it can be your training ground. Like Alara, you have the power to decide how to play your hand. Start small, learn one new thing, take one small step. Build your confidence brick by brick. The journey of self-improvement isn't about becoming someone. Else, it's about becoming the most powerful version of yourself. Your story is still being written, and you hold the pen. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more inspiration.